PCHtv. I'm Harley Whitehouse.
And I'm Dan Rasmussen.
Do you play any instruments, Dan?
I played the saxophone in the middle school band, if that counts.
Sophomore, Joshua Adams received all-state honors in both band and orchestra. Sophomore, Josh Adams had received high achievements in both orchestra and band.
He was selected both for the All-State Band and the All-State Orchestra on two different instruments. So he had to do double auditions in the same day.
There are different aspects of each instrument that I like, and especially different aspects of the music that we usually play. In orchestra, it's usually always classical or romantic music, and in band, it's always a completely different genre. So it's more interesting having a combination of the two.
He tells us about the struggles of playing two instruments.
Definitely the workload. Trying to get into all suburban and all state on both instruments is just a lot of work. And the material is always a lot harder than regular classwork.
His teacher has high praise for him.
For a person to get into one state ensemble is really extraordinary. To get into two, especially as a sophomore, you know, he's a wonderful musician.
Fellow members admire his work ethic.
He does work a lot harder than most other people I've seen. Like, he always tries his hardest, and he always puts, you know, he always works harder than everyone else. And I think that's really, like, admirable.
He's a great student. Positive, well prepared, very focused, fun to have around, just really wonderful guy.
Adams reflects on what it is like being an underclassman.
It's really awesome because the majority of all the all-suburban and all-state groups are almost exclusively upperclassmen.
For PCHtv, I'm Harley Whitehouse.
Wow, that was impressive. I wish I could do that.
Harley, you seem more of the athletic type. Have you ever tried swimming?
No, after these floaties want to go swimming.
Oh, well, then maybe the swim team isn't for you. The girls' swim team looks to have a successful season while overcoming adversities.
Girls varsity swimming and diving captains Carly Beck and Taylor Burles make it their responsibility to motivate the team in order to reach success.
As captains, two of our biggest roles are to be leaders and motivators in and out of the pool. I mean, during, like, before practice, I mean, if we're just putting lane ropes in, like, we're definitely supposed to be leading that and making sure that we direct others in that.
As captain, we're supposed to, like, just keep the whole team motivated and, like, keep coming to practice because it's kind of hard to come to practice every day where you aren't talking to your teammates all the time, and, like, getting them in the pool on time, getting the lane ropes out, just, like, making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to.
Captains like Carly Beck and Taylor Burles have really shown me, like, to get everyone going and cheering them on at every swim meet and make sure that they can get state times and whatever times they need to get their goals.
Talented underclassmen such as sophomore Madison Brown have really made a splash this season.
We do have a lot of underclassmen and there is a lot of talent. We have a very wide range from people who never swam on a team before to people who have been swimming their entire lives.
I've been a swimmer for like 7 or 8 years, and I've been doing it around for 6 years. So it's been a big part of my life.
The team is struggling with less support from the dive team than in past years.
Diving can make the difference between a win or a loss in a meet because the extra points, if the other team doesn't have a diver, it really makes a difference. Past, we've had a lot of like state divers who have like already been to state and they're coming back more experienced. And this year we have 2 like brand new divers, and I think Jamie like had a stress fracture or something, so she wasn't able to compete, unfortunately. But it's been really interesting to see them grow.
Despite facing challenges, the team remains optimistic for success this season.
Hopefully we'll get some more state cuts, and maybe we'll see our divers at a couple of meets because they're learning a couple more dives.
We're doing really well at this point. I think we're only going to get better, and we're seeing a lot of progress even in the first month of swim. And I mean, if you look at people who just joined the team this year, it's crazy to see how much progress they've made. And I think that we're going to do very, very well by the end of the season, even by conference time. So.
From PCHtv, this is Jenna Wade.
Those girls are fast. They probably are pretty hungry after all that swimming.
Yeah, just thinking about food makes me hungry.
Well, this new edition of Man on the Street makes you want to think about food in a different light.
Potato.
Peanut butter
What do you want me to say to her?
A hot Cheeto because I'm spicy.
Quesadilla. Jello.
Crackers because they're hard, but at the same time they're easy to crack. Watermelon.
Pizza. Donut.
Popcorn.
Strawberries.
Steak. Pop-Tarts. Grapes.
You know what goes well with food? TV shows.
Yeah, me too. I need more time today to watch my Netflix.
There are just too many shows to keep up with. I don't understand how these students manage to find time for all of them.
Let's look at how Netflix affects the lives of students.
In 1997, Netflix was created by Mark Randolph. Since then, at least 43% of Americans watch and stream shows with its service. With over 9,000 movies and a whole lot of shows, it's easy to see how obsessed we are with Netflix.
I've watched a lot of shows on Netflix because I'm obsessed with Netflix. Okay, I've watched One Tree Hill, Pretty Little Liars, Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl, New Girl,
Orange is the New Black, Vampire Diaries, American Horror Story, and Gossip Girl.
How I Met Your Mother, Lost, and Breaking Bad.
With all of this content, it's so easy to see why Netflix has everybody hooked.
Each episode is 40 minutes, so I watch maybe 5 or 6 a day. So,
Because of the Netflix obsession, some people find it hard to balance their activities, like freshman Libby Archer.
I kind of watch Netflix while doing my homework, which is not really the best thing to do, but like I pause it and then I watch Netflix and then I go back to my homework. I take turns because Netflix is always a priority.
Netflix has become a bit of a problem for some, but others have set up a schedule for their TV time.
I try to manage it, like I put aside time to do homework, and then if I have extra time, then I watch Netflix.
I do my homework right when I get home from school, or like if I have an activity, do it after then, and I wait to watch Netflix until after I finish on my work.
right when I get home, I watch like an episode or 2, and then I will, do whatever I need to do, and then I'll watch like 3 episodes before I go to bed.
Even with people watching their time, it's very hard to keep all priorities in check.
Netflix is my priority, and I think that I have a real Netflix addiction, and so it's kind of taking over my life.
On that note, this is Zoe Rosenberg for PCHtv.
Is there anyone that doesn't watch Netflix anymore?
I bet some students are too busy to watch.
Junior Josh Konecek balances a busy schedule filled with 3 varsity sports.
As we start to transition from winter to fall sports, many athletes are wrapping up their season and concluding their one sport for the year. However, a few players go above and beyond and continue to participate in a spring sport after the winter season is over. Very few, though, are making this transition 3 times a year. Josh Konecek, a junior here at Parkway Central, participates in 3 different sports, one sport every season.
My name's Josh Konecek, but people know me by Connie. I play soccer, basketball, and baseball. I'm a varsity player for all levels.
Josh is an incredible athlete and brings a variety of different skills to any team he plays on.
He is one of our energy guys on the court, and he's probably one of our best steal guys. He fills the passing lane very well and gets a lot of open buckets. And he's just a great all-around player.
Josh is a role model on and off the court, and even though what he does might not get noticed, he is still very influential wherever he goes.
He's kind of a lead by example guy. He does a lot of things that won't really get noticed by people outside the team, but He works hard. He is kind of a quiet leader, and guys look up to him. He's a guy that is a great example for everybody on the team.
Josh means all business. However, he does know how to have fun, especially after a big win.
My favorite memory of Josh is when we won the district championship for baseball last year, and just celebrating with him and celebrating with the team on the bus and on the field. It was just an excellent memory.
Championship game against the Smet when he hit a big RBI single up the middle, and that gave us the lead during the game.
Winning districts last year against DeSmet in baseball.
For PCHtv, I'm Daniel.
I wish I could ball like that.
Maybe someday, Harley. Well, that's all we have. From PCHtv, I'm Dan Rasmussen.
And I'm Harley Whitehouse, throwing it back saying, "Enough said."